guys, Comic Boom here to review Oblivion Song number 3 on behalf of the professor at Comic Book University. Guys, check out my channel at Comic Boom and also my Twitter feed at Comic Boom at Metropolis40. Now guys, Oblivion Song, it continues the adventures of a middle-aged man by the name of Nathan who travels back and forth between Earth and another dimension called Oblivion. Because what happened in the first 2 issues is that a huge chunk of city was transported into a different dimension called Oblivion, and monsters from that other dimension were transported to Earth. And long story kind of short, he's rescuing people, he's discovering people. They found a way, a government project was funded, and they found a way to transport Nathan and other people into Oblivion, and they can shoot them with this dart, which upon being shot with the dart, this dart creates an electrical field and sort of duplicates some vibrational frequency similar that's caused the seismic waves of an earthquake, and it transports you back to Earth. Well, what Nathan's doing is that he's going, and he still believes that his brother Edward is trapped on Oblivion, and he keeps wanting to go back to Oblivion to find his brother Edward and to bring him back. Well, here's the catch here. Remember, this is written by Robert Kirkman, and he's really good at character development. You see a lot of similarities between this and his character development of his Walking Dead comic book series and the Walking Dead TV show. Imagine this. Have you ever wondered what type of person you would be if you were put in a crisis situation? Let me put this another way. You ever notice how maybe some people in a particular type of life, they're boring people, but yet if you put them in a crisis, suddenly they bloom, they become superheroes, they become heroic, they discover their inner hero. It's like you put them in a crisis and they absolutely bloom. It's like, who are these people? This guy's amazing, or this woman's amazing. Well, that's kind of what this is like, because in this case, a lot of the people that are in Oblivion, they're not really trapped. They don't want to come back. Even though Oblivion on the surface appears to be a horrible place with monsters and everything else, the lead star in this story, Nathan, he assumes that everybody wants to be rescued from Oblivion, but that might not be the case. And in particular, Nathan's brother, Edward, appears to have really taken a liking to Oblivion. It's almost like he's the hero. He's the leader of a ragtag group of people in Oblivion. So he's become sort of the hero in his own story. Whereas if he's back on Earth, he would just be an ordinary guy. And yet put in a crisis situation or a situation where living is more difficult and it's more living on the land, he thrives on it. And it's very interesting how when you put people in different situations, they become different people and they have very different lives. And sometimes those lives are better than what they would normally be. And we really see that playing out even on the shows like The Walking Dead. And you see a lot of those similar themes playing out in the Walking Dead comic book. And we see those similar themes, I think, being played out here in Oblivion Song. And incidentally, the phrase Oblivion Song refers to the sound that the monsters make as they run towards you while you're in Oblivion, and you hear a whistling sound. It sounds like music. It's the monsters are getting closer and closer. That's the song that Oblivion makes. That's where the Oblivion Song comes from. But in any event, this is a really good character-driven series, and we're only on issue 3. And where this is headed, I'm not sure. But as Nathan continues to look for his brother Edward, whether or not his brother Edward wants to come back to Earth from Oblivion is another story entirely, and there's lots of other characters at play here, guys. This is a great story. But I think this is going to be a slower build story. They've already got 12 issues in the bag here. But check this out. Robert Kirkman singing the praises of this story. He's already said that Oblivion is not an alternate Earths. There's going to be no doubles. There's no, your double doesn't exist on Oblivion. He says this is a definite, Oblivion is a definite, distinctive alternate place, alternate dimension. So he's not tricking the audience. So this is a story where he's playing for keeps here, and he's got his nose to the grindstone. They got issues in the bag already. The art's really good here. Guys, check out Oblivion Song, issue 3. It's well worth the read. It's going to be, I think, a good long read, just like Walking Dead. Check it out. I'm going to give this one a B+. A B+. This is more story. This is building more of the character this issue. We met some more characters. A solid B+ on this issue. In the meantime, thank you, Professor Bill, for letting me do this review. And also, check out my channel, Comic Boom, wherever you want. And check me out on Twitter at Metropolis40. Thanks, and Comic Boom out. And on behalf of the professor, class dismissed.